Hello again, readers! It's me, Raimskie, and welcome to another book review for 2023. Before we get things started, if you are new to this channel, then please do consider in subscribing to my channel and hitting that notifications button or that cutesy little bell button, if you may, for more book reviews and or for more unboxing videos of, by the way, book boxes for 2023. Now, in this video, I will hopefully briefly, once again, be talking about They Hate Each Other by Amanda Woody. Again, They Hate Each Other by Amanda Woody, which, by the way, came out on May 9, 2023. And this book review has been a long time coming. It's late. Girl, I'm so sorry, Amanda, if this book review is quite late. So, I hope I give this book justice. Now, before I tell all of you why this book is one of the best books that I have read so far this year, I must tell all of you its content / trigger warnings, which luckily is on the first few pages of this book. And some of those are alcoholism, or rather adult alcoholism, underage drinking, neglect of a child. Oh, sorry. Not a child, but of children. There is PTSD and panic attacks. There is mentions of sexual assaults, brief mentions of sexual assaults, a scene where an underage employee, is being harassed by a manager. And last but not the least, brief mentions of incestual sexual assault. It's not graphic, but it is being mentioned here in this book. So if those contents, if those scenes trigger you, then perhaps you are not part of the target audience of this book, unfortunately. Now, like what I have mentioned to all of you a few moments ago, this book, They Hate Each Other by Amanda Woody, which again came out on May 9, 2023. Sorry, Amanda. Is one of the best books that I have ever read for 2023. As you may all know, I am one of those few people who absolutely loves enemies / arch enemies / haters to love trope. And by that, I meant I absolutely look for it in every single queer book that I find. So when I found out about this book, when I first heard about this book, just the title itself, bam, it became my absolute mission to get an arc of this one. It doesn't matter if it's a physical or digital, and you all know me, I love physical arcs more than digital ones. I tried asking the author themselves if I could have a physical arc of this one, or even a digital one, and unfortunately they weren't able to give me. They asked their marketer, I guess, or marketing team, and they weren't able to provide one for me. So I had to do the next best thing, which is to request it from NetGalley first. That's the first one. And then I thought to myself, you know what? I'll increase my chances and ask it on Edelweiss as well. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Edelweiss or whatever. From that other online platform. And sadly, I was rejected on both of those platforms. So I kept asking Amanda, the author, if I could have a digital arc. And they can't give me one because I had to go to their marketer or the publisher themselves. Luckily, a week or 2 weeks before this book is released, I received an email where this book has a NetGalley widget. And long story short, I was able to snag a digital arc of this book. So I was so darn happy when I got one, when I got that email. I just wish that it came earlier because during that time, I was already scrambling for book reviews. To do my book reviews, rather. Putting aside that little anecdote, true to the title itself, both of these main characters, Dylan Ramirez and Jonah Collins, absolutely hate each other to the core. So whenever they're in the walking distance of one another, within 100 meters of one another, they can't help but seethe and just hate their entire existence from meters apart. Unfortunately, both of their best friends are dating one another. So they had no other choice but to mingle most of the time, specifically whenever their best friends hang out. So one night, an incident happened, and their friends insisted that they were actually dating already. So to get off their fence, off of their backs, they have decided to do this fake dating scheme. And y'all know what happens during fake datings. They fall for each other. Like, fall hard. Or rather, in this case, realize their feelings for one another. Diving into this book, I expected my rating for this one to be 8 out of 10 stars. Oh, no, sorry. Even 7 out of 10 stars because I was not expecting way too much for this book. I don't want my expectations to be that high because I expected this romance novel to be a typical one that focuses on the enemies to lovers trope. However, as I browsed through the pages, as I read each chapter, not only was I laughing out loud, not only was I pining for them to just kiss, just realize their feelings for one another, not only did I feel giddiness, that killing, if you may, but I also empathized with the two main characters because these characters, Jonah and Dylan, are both disastrous bisexuals. And yes, you all heard me right. Both of them are disastrous, trauma-ridden bisexuals. And whenever I read about their traumas, their burdens, girl, I can't help but just dive into the book and just hug these characters and tell them, oh, it's gonna be okay, it's going to be fine. Tell me more about it. I feel like I want to be there for them and just listen to their traumas, to their problems, because I want these kids, these teenagers, to unburden themselves. And by listening to them, perhaps I could just help their lives easier a little bit, even. Also, there are instances when I was reading this book during my transit to either work or from work that I find myself want to bawl my eyes out because the emotions are so raw, so poignant, and oh so beautiful. So the ending of this book is such a complete bliss. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that They Hate Each Other by Amanda Woody is one of the most beautiful, one of the most raw, most poignant books that I have ever read, not only for 2023, but for all time. Which is why, with all of that said, I will be giving They Hate Each Other by Amanda Woody 10 out of 10 stars. Yes, you all heard me. It's a perfect rating because I just love this book so much. I just love these characters so much. So, hats off to Amanda for such a great debut novel. I just wish that this book could find more audience or more people who could appreciate their stories. So I hope you all liked watching this hopefully brief book review of They Hate Each Other by Amanda Woody, which again came out on May 9, 2023. And if you all liked watching this video, please do give me a thumbs up, or if you did not, please do give me a thumbs down and give your feedback in the comment section. Also, you all could follow me on all of my social media accounts. That would be Bookstagram, Book Twitter, and BookTok. And they all have the same handle, at Raimskie Reads. But I'm mostly active on Bookstagram, so I'll see you there. So again, this is Raimskie, asking you people, begging you people to please hunt, discover, and read those queer books. Queer? Ah!